gonna be late. Let's go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Thomas. You clicked on the thumbnail, you know what you're in for. This is my hot take on the Toons. I guess by any means this is not the deck becoming meta defining. This isn't, if you want to win locals, do not play this. This is for fun, this is a casual deck, but it's going to, I guess, it's going to force your opponent to respond. Like it's going to make them deal with you. They're not just going to walk all over you, is the way I look at it. It's my take on one of my pet decks. I absolutely love Toons, and I'm praying for the day that Konami give us some viable support that makes the deck any good. So, you know, I've been testing this for a little bit. It has had some success, but the hardest thing with this deck is as soon as people know what you're playing and what you're trying to do, like, they're just going to know what to do against you. They really need to take them by surprise. You know, you need to be in that really competitive state where they win the die roll, they want to go first, they go full combo, and then you break their board at OTK. That's effectively what we're doing with this. So without further ado, I'll jump straight into it. I'll show you guys, I guess, the thought process behind everything, and we'll go from there. And yeah, let's jump straight into the video. So we've got the wonderful Pickle Rick and Morty mat that I started out my channel with this mat. I think my first ever Sword Soul deck profile was on this mat, so I like to feature it. But here it is, the Toons. So we'll start with the Toon cards, right? Now, this isn't going to be a massive Toon package because Toons aren't the best, but there's still enough cards in here to make the deck viable. So we start with the Kingdom because it's the best card. I don't need to justify this. We then play 3 copies of Toon Bookmark. This is just better contents. The fact that you can banish this from the grave to protect your kingdom is just freaky. So good. Speaking of contents, we play 3. This is like Pot of Greed. You should already know what it does. This is where you start to see where the deck is going. We play triple Comic Hand. If you're not playing Comic Hand in your Toon deck, what are you doing? Like, this is yoink. Especially now that Baron's banned and like Savage is banned. The likelihood your opponent's going to end on an Omni Negate, or more than one Omni Negate, is very low. So you can bait it out and then take their stuff very easily. So if you haven't already figured it out, the whole consensus behind this deck is to give me. It's mine. We do play 3 Page Flip. That is not a Page Flip. Sorry, I lied. We play 2 Page Flip. How do I not know my own deck? What's going on? Double Page Flip, because it's not, you really don't want to see it all the time. Like, it's just, it's like the whole argument with Desires now that you can have it at 3. Is it viable to have it at 3? Not really. This isn't, you don't want this, because you'll see now, I play the 1 BLS, the 1 Dark Magician, the 1 Red Eyes, and then the 1 Lady. They're all just targets for page flip. The reason we won 4 is because if you banish 1 off Extravagance or something, you sort of want still 3, because you need 3 names, 3 different names. And ideally, you know, let's say you open the Dark Magician, you know, then you summon the Red Eyes, you can get access, you know, they all work off each other really, and Lady pops back row if you need. So that's really it for the Toon cards. Unfortunate, yes, but it is what it is. We then move on to what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine scenario, which is 3 Santa Claus. I love this card. I love the fact that you can kaiju something of theirs and then Comic Hand the Santa Claus back, so in the end phase you get the draw, not them. Because that's just broken. This is why I like Santa Claus. I wouldn't play Santa Claus in any other deck, except for a deck that you can steal it back. So Sky Strikers, they do a lot of mind control, a lot of Widow Anchors, stuff like that. They can take it back. Toon, same thing. So Kaiju their stuff as long as you can take it back to get the draw in the end phase. Lava Golem. Because 2-for-1 deal, right? They're going to do stuff during your turn, so let's thrust, because we have targets. This is a good card. Extravagance, because we don't need the extra deck, and the cards that we do need in the extra deck, we can run multiple, so then we can just draw more cards. They have Omni Negates, we have Chalice. Effectively, this is just bait, or it turns off their stuff, which is really, really good. Draw phase, Chalice, the Masquerena, so they can't main phase use its effect. Stops them from getting further. Very, very good card in this deck. Give me your monster. It now belongs to me. I'll say it again. Give me your stuff. Yeah, the whole consensus around this deck is to just steal your opponent's stuff and kill them very quickly. So, yeah. As I said, this isn't going to win you locals. And if it does, I really, really want to see it because that's amazing. But this is just a bit of fun. If you're sick of the format and you want to try something different, give this a go. I like the idea of kaijuing your opponent's boss monster or kaijuing off their board because it's like they work so hard for it, and then stealing it and then killing them with it and leaving them with nothing. So that's the main deck. I will show you the rest of it, like extra deck on the side, but it's really, like it's not really much. So extra deck, we're going to have the Link Spider because whatever, Nibiru tokens equal Link Spider. Little Knight because every deck should have a Little Knight, I guess. Phoenix because generic. Link 2. Unicorn, again, generic. If you, again, you'll probably rarely ever make this stuff, but it's there. Now this other stuff, like I left this in here because you can run Super Poly, and this is awesome. So we Super Poly the Glory Dragon, then we have Entis because, you know, whatever. If you want to swap out any of your Toon names for one Toon Cyber Dragon, you can Mega Fleet Dragon, which I would suggest would be correct. I just think the Harpy Lady is more... Yeah, I think you want the Harpy Lady more for that back row removal if required, but Mega Fleet is funny too. Mud Dragon because Mud Dragon. Cordius. Cordius is, well it was, I don't know about now, but any Tearlament's end board, you can Super Poly into Cordius. So Cordius requires a Synchro, an Xyz, and a Link. Yeah. So normally they would end on like, you know, I can't even think of the board, but I know that mostly tier would end on one of each of those, and then you can just Super Poly into Cordius. And Cordius effect is you can pay 2,000 life points throughout, you know, as long as you have life points to pay. And if you do up to 6k, it gains attack. Hang on, I'll just read the card. So you can add one spell and trap card from your graveyard. If you pay 4,000, instead of doing that, you just throw 3 cards your opponent controls. And instead of doing that, if you pay 6,000, this turn, this card gains attack equal to the half the difference between your life points and your opponent. And also, other monsters cannot attack. So that's pretty decent for OTKing. Then there's other random stuff, is Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger. If you get your Dark Magician and your Red Eyes out at the same time. And then Typhon because it's so generic and easy to make. And then a Zeus if you really get to that point that you need a Zeus. But I don't think you'll need any of that, really. Side deck. Let's say you lose the die roll, they go first, and you OTK them on turn 1. So your first turn. They choose for you to go first, right? Because, like, let's be real. If you lose the Toons and you know that they want to go second to break your board in OTK, you're going to make them go first because then you can just kill them on turn 1. So we side, right? So we win game 1. We know they're going to make us go first. We side in Ash Blossom. We side in Imperm. because we want to stop their combo. Slow them down, really inhibit them as much as we can. And then we can Dark Ruler no more. We can evenly match if we need to. And then, because it's there and I really like the idea that it's a 2, we got double Pankratops and the 1 Duster just because why not? We don't have Panker 3. So that's the side deck. But yeah, that's my little Toon deck. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pet deck of mine for a very long time, and I'm so glad that I can finally bring this to you. Eventually, I'm so hopeful that I can, you know, go undefeated at locals. I'll keep tinkering with it, I'll keep trying, and eventually I know that either Konami will give me some support, not just me, but everyone, and we'll get there. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.